was recently asked, Monica, what is an article that you wrote that you recommend to your students? I said for my international strategy students, I recommend this one. How dimensions of internationalization shape the multinational enterprise renewal capability. And then I was asked why? Why is this article interesting for your students? With my co-author, Professor Erin Bass, we looked at how firms going international maintain their ability to thrive over time because they learn something new, because they experience something differently, because they enhance their capabilities abroad, in all because they were able to renew themselves. Before I go into the article, I would like to make two comments that also clarify the motivation of this study. First of all, not every firm that goes international, and that is even successful internationally, necessarily will maintain its competitiveness forever. Second, not every firm needs to renew itself at the same pace because not every industry evolves at the same pace. That means that should be a how question that aligns the internationalization process with the renewal capability of the firm. I think this question is interesting for my students because it has strong managerial implications. We looked at industries, knowledge-intensive industries, technological-driven, because in these industries, the question of renewal, continuous renewal, makes more sense. Now, what do I mean by how? The process of internationalization can be described multidimensionally. How many countries or markets I go, that is the internationalization breadth. How much in depth I go to a country or a region, that's internationalization depth. And how quickly I go, or I exit if needed, that's internationalization speed. Also, how many countries I go as opposed to my competitors, or as opposed to what I did, what I entered last year. How much in depth versus my competitors or versus myself. This is what I mean by multi-dimensional and multi-level. Multi-dimensional, three dimensions of internationalization, the breadth, the depth, and the speed of internationalization. Multi-level, me versus my competitors, me versus myself. In a classroom context, I ask my students to predict and possibly justify the relationship between my internationalization variables 3 by 2 with the renewal capability of the firm. We found that at the between level, internationalization breadth is the most important, significantly related to renewal. At the within level, internationalization breadth and speed are related to renewal, but in opposite side. Breadth negatively, speed positively. In all, more in depth than my competitors, more quicker than ever, and aware that in the periods of expansion, of aggressive geographical expansion, renewal suffers.